Ancajas, 32-1, 2 draws, 22 knockouts. He is 29 years old and IBF super flyweight world champion since 2016, which makes him not the longest reigning world champion, but he has the most title defenses of any current world champion, which is a huge honor. And we welcome him to the stage here, and we welcome him to Showtime for Saturday night. He will open up the show against Jonathan Rodríguez in a huge title fight. So I'll kick it off with Jerwin. How was training camp? How was preparations?
Thank you, sir. First of all, I would like to thanks God and also PBC and Showtime to have me here in this event, and me and my whole team is so happy because, and also will thanks Sir Shan. He wants to give me a fight here, and
how the training camp go.
And we are so prepared for this fight because this fight is almost 1 year, and my coach and Coach Jovina will always study my opponent, and we work hard for this fight, sir.
Excellent. And to the members of the media, if you have a question for Jerwin, please raise your hand and I will get to you in the order. So being that, as noted, that you have the most title defenses of any current champion, Saturday on Showtime will be your 9th title defense. What does that mean to you to keep that streak going?
For me, sir, this fight is so very important to me. On also my title, I want to defend this title, sir, because for me, every fight is very important. That's why I'm always keep this title, sir.
Great. Well, we will start with media questions. First up, I will toss to Jeremy Harrigis of Fansided.
Hi, Jerwin. I know that you've been out of the ring for 16 months. How frustrating was that? And is there any fear of ring rust when you fight on the 17th, on the 10th?
For us, we not we're not frustrated because we always train, and we believe that Station give us a fight for me, and
yeah, it's not too frustrating. He stayed focused and stayed ready. So he understands it's frustrating for everybody. So he just made sure he stayed ready.
I know that a lot of people have talked about Estrada, Chocolatito, Sorung Visay. Do you feel disrespected when they don't mention your name along some of those others?
For me, sir, I understand that, sir, because maybe he don't know me yet. We try to, every fight my fight, I'm always give a good fight because I want also to know my name for them. That's why I'm very excited if we have a chance to challenge them.
Obviously Jonathan Rodríguez is an action fighter. You're an action fighter. What do you expect as far as the type of fight he's going to bring to you?
For me now, sir, I'm promised that that Saturday night I'm going to good fight. I'm ready for what Jonathan Rodríguez what he do and fight, and we are ready for that, sir.
Yeah, what he expects too, though, is Mexican and Filipino. It's a great rivalry. Manny Pacquiao, Marquez, Barrera, Morales. So Jerwin is very prepared. He's watched Jonathan. He knows the kid is hungry. He knows he's coming for the title, and he just welcomes a really good action fight.
Thank you, gentlemen, and best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you, Jeremy. Next, we'll go to Steve Angeles from the Filipino channel.
Hi, Jerwin. Hi, Sir Sean. Steve, so pwede ito mag-Tagalog. So,
Yes.
Jerwin, parang tagal na hinihintay mo itong laban to, di ba? Mga October 2019 pa. And syempre, nabanggit siya, if you're not as recognized as the others, do you feel medyo dahil sa hintayin nito, parang na-delay ang momentum mo coming into this fight? Do you think parang motivation yan that ganun tagal na, we need to fight na? So, anong feeling mo na, or relate ka ba na nangyari na ito?
Yun sir, hindi naman po ako talagang, yung issue po talaga, hindi talaga, kumbaga hindi ko pinagmalaki na ganito na ako, dami na ako na depensa. Kasi yun nga, di pa nga tayo kilala sa mga ibang champion, kailangan pa nating magsikap na para makilala nila, sir.
Salamat. Good luck.
Salamat, sir.
Thank you very much. I have one chat question that comes from Giandra LaBeouf. Jerwin, what do you want your legacy to be in the sport when it's all said and done? Being a fighter from the Philippines, the comparisons to Manny Pacquiao are there. So just curious what you want your legacy to be.
You understand legacy, like when you're all done, what?
For me, sir, I don't want, in myself, I don't want like a ceremony, because ceremony is a high level, very high level in the boxing. He's done in boxing so very high for me, but for myself, sir, I'm still focused on what God give me, what God give to me.
Yeah, what he's saying too, he wants people to remember him for being a champion that give it his all. Every time he got in the ring, he did what he could, and God, with whatever blesses him.
Yeah.
And, he sees his legacy as, after this fight, being able to fight some of the top guys, the Rongvasais, whoever's out there that's left after that 4-man tournament. And he just always, his legacy to him is what he gives in every fight. He always comes to fight and give the fans his best. And he just wants them to remember him for that type of guy.
That's excellent. Thank you, Sean. Next question will go to Terrell Van.
How you doing, Jerwin? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
How you doing? Good luck this weekend. Can you explain your plans at 115 pounds going forward, and how right now are you feeling at the weight? Because the the platform move from Top Rank ESPN to Showtime does raise some questions. So I guess what I'm asking is there a potential plan to move up in weight within, I'm guessing, the next year?
He's asking first at 115 what you want to do first, and then when you think about maybe you may move up to 118.
For me, sir, it's my weight now is I'm okay. I'm comfortable for my weight 115. Then Sir Shan, all the plan is all about Sir Shan, what he planned for us.
Okay,
Yeah,
and a final question.
I can help you real quick with that a little bit. He's looking, of course, to win on Saturday night, and coming over to PBC and Mr. Al Heyman. He's looking at fighting whoever's left after the 4 guys fight: Rongvasai, Chocolatito, and the other 2 Quadras. So whoever's left out of that Estrada is kind of what he's targeting. That fight there, or possibly Ioka. He wants a signature fight because he's tired of a lot of people criticizing him, saying you haven't fought anybody, even though he beat one of the best champions ever in McJoe, Arroyo. He's had some nice wins along the way, but everybody wants that signature fight. So after this, that's what he's targeting, and then sometime next year he'll look to move to 118 after he finishes at 115.
Perfect. You answered my question. And final question: did you get a chance to watch Estrada versus Chocolatito 2? And who did you think won?
Estrada,
Yeah, who did you think won? Remember we watched the fight. Who do you?
Estrada and Chocolatito. Sir. Oh, for me, sir, Chocolatito.
He thinks Chocolatito won.
All right, perfect. Good luck this weekend.
All right, thank you. Most people did, so you're not alone.
But I bet Estrada, but and
It's a good fight though.
All right, thank you. Next question. We can go to J.R. Bell.
Right there, Jerwin. People were talking about the fights that are there at 115 with like an Estrada or Chocolatito or Jaron beside. But one guy that's there is the WBO champion, Kazuto Ioka. Like, how about the possibility of fighting Ioka if you're not put in a position to fight either one of those guys that are mentioned before?
Would you like a fight with Ioka, the WBO champion?
Yeah. We always before, sir, we always calling the name of who's the title holder in my division, sir. We always if you Ioka, I'm ready for Ioka, sir.
He's happy to fight any of them. If the opportunity comes up, he's not afraid to fight Ioka or anybody at 115. More than happy to.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right, next we'll go to Sean Brown from Boxing Social.
Hi, Jerwin. It's been mentioned, obviously, that you haven't fought for about 16 months. What has the last 16 months been like for you personally outside of the sport?
For the last 16 months, what was it like when the pandemic, 7 months in the Philippines before you came to the US?
We always train there, sir, in my survival camp. Then before we go here in the US, we always train, sir. We always and focus for this fight, sir.
Yeah, the good thing what Jerwin's saying is he built a gym, he has like a farm called Survival Camp where he lives and trains, and he has a lot of boxers there and his family. So from March until October during the pandemic, he was able to work out, he was able to, kind of stay focused. And then he arrived in the US October 1st. So he's been here 7 months. He missed Christmas. He's missed his son's birthday. And he understands, a lot of people have had issues too and missed things. So he's been able to stay focused. He has a good team around him. His coach, Jobin Jimenez, Jonas Sultan's been here to spar with him. So even though he hasn't been able to fight in that time, he's never stopped training properly. So he feels that he's very prepared still to meet the challenge on Saturday night.
Okay. And do you ever get fed up or bored hearing guys' names like Chocolatito and Estrada mentioned during your interviews? And does that make you want to put on a statement on Saturday night and remind people of what you can do?
Yeah, basically, do you get tired of hearing the comparisons? Why don't you fight Chocolatito, fight this guy? And then Saturday night, you want to make a statement to let people know Jerwin Ancajas is here.
For me, I'm always stay stay at what I'm now, because someday I know someday I will go in the top and trade.
Yeah. What he's saying, he doesn't mind hearing the names. It's a compliment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he knows one day it will come, and he will get the opportunity to fight one of those guys. And of course, Saturday night, being on Showtime, fighting for PBC, absolutely wants to, he knows a lot of people are going to be watching. So he definitely wants to make a great statement and a great fight. So of course, he can move forward and have his name still in the mix with all those guys.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you. You got a good name too, champ.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we just have one more question here from the media. Cynthia Conti, the floor is yours.
Viva Cynthia. Woo.
Hi, Jerwin. Hi, Sean.
Hey.
Cynthia Conte from Ring TV. They asked about it earlier, the legacy fights, Chocolatito, Ioka, Estrada, and even Cuadras. Out of all of those names, if you had to choose one name, belt or no belt, it doesn't even matter, what would be the career-defining fight for you?
For me, I want Chocolatito, because the Chocolatito before I saw only in the TV, and he's my idol. And now I have if I have an opportunity to fight Chocolatito, I want that fight, man.
And your English is getting so much better. What are you doing to learn, to teach yourself? Is Sean teaching you?
He's hanging out in the United States for the last 7 months.
7 months, and maybe I'm so nervous. If that's right.
He's getting better. Yeah. No, thank you, Miss Cynthia. He's definitely been practicing. He wants to do interviews like this, and he wants to be able to cross over with the American media. So he's very happy to speak the best he can, because his English is better than my Filipino.
And then also, lastly, can you give a message to your Ring TV fans in Tagalog?
Sa lahat po ng sa manood po sa laban ko, humingi po kami ng suporta sa team ko, dasal po, at saka yung safety, lalo na sa aming dalawa sa kalaban ko, yun yung pinaka-importante. At nagpapasalamat ako sa suporta nyo, at ang itong darating na laban, ibibigay namin ng best namin ni Jonathan Rodríguez.
Alright, salamat and mabuhay, Jerwin.
Mabuhay po.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for all the questions. Thank you, Jerwin, for the time. Again, Jerwin Ancajas makes his 9th title defense of his IBF Super Flyweight belt Saturday, Showtime, opening up the show. It's gonna be a huge fight, and we wish you the best of luck, Jerwin.
Thank you.
Great.
So I'm guessing he went to PBC because Top Rank couldn't deliver him a fight. After all, he has been on his long layoff. So he is saying that he's going to stay at 115 pounds, and that he's not going to move up in weight. So because my thought process was that, well, since he's going over to PBC, he may be contemplating a move up to 118 pounds, where PBC has a nice little stable at 118 pounds. Hold on, I'm pulling up the rankings right now, where we know they have Rigondeaux, who is now campaigning at 118 pounds. Joel Casimiro is now over on PBC. Remember, him and Inoue was supposed to happen? That's at 118 pounds. I mean, he's at 118 pounds. They have Nonito Donaire, who's going to be coming back against Obali soon at 118 pounds. So when you look here where he is, IBF champion, they're saying that they're waiting for the winner of all these guys to fight. Estrada, Chocolatito 3, and then of course Rungvisai and Cuadras are going to fight. Okay, let me back up. Estrada is now the franchise champion. In order for the Chocolatito 3 fight to happen.
All right, we are back
go.
from a brief hiatus
We'll
with a bit
talk
of a
after.
surprise. We're going out of order here, and we welcome Jaron "Boots" Ennis to the stage.